Alright, so today's video is going to be on the starter generators found on most older tractors. This one here is on my Bolins that we're doing the budget build on. So, as you can see, it's a Delco. Finding one of these new or an old one, they're pretty expensive on the internet. However, 9 times out of 10, these aren't bad. You can buy rebuild kits for them. You know, got brushes, it's got the bearings in it, or sleeves depending on what one you got. So rebuilding these is a lot cheaper than buying a new one. Alright. So I personally never rebuilt one. However, I've seen enough YouTube videos to say I'm YouTube certified. So I have purchased the rebuild kit from iSave Tractors, and there's the part number. Alright, we're going to start by removing the 2 long bolts that go through the whole generator, holding this all together. Those out, and this should come apart. Alright, so mine are a little stuck, so I'm a little persuasion here. Try to get these to come apart. Alright, so I got my generator apart. Took a lot more persuasion than I was expecting, so I had to cut the video obviously, and I started hammering away at it. Finally, I got it come apart. So don't believe all his videos online. Yeah, they just like literally fall apart. I guarantee you that they unbolted theirs, took theirs apart, cleaned them all up, put them back together so that they would fall apart. So just know that when you take one of these apart, they're not going to necessarily just fall apart. This one here took a lot more than I was expecting. So, alright, so that being said, I got my parts here. I get the housing, I get the end cap here, which all I really got to do is just clean that up, press the new bearing in there, and that'll be good to go. This part here, I got to take that bearing off, which will probably take a little more persuasion. Inside here, I got to take these screws off this cap. That will expose the other, I believe it's a bearing in there. So I'll pull those apart, clean everything up, and we'll start putting this back together. Alright, so after a little more persuasion, I get this end cap off. So now I can get to these screws here to remove this cap to what I think might be the bushing. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll pull it apart and find out. I still got to pull this bearing off here, which is proving to be a little tight in there. I've been soaking it every now and then with more penetrating oil. But alright, so my puller made quick work of that actually. I'm not expecting it to come off that easy, but it came off pretty easy. So clean that up. Clean this surface up. And I also got to still got to take these out. So those have been sitting for a minute to see if there anything's changed. Yep, there we go. There's one of them. One still might be needing more. Yeah, I don't want to strip it. that one came out. So one more time. What I can do, just a little love tap sometimes when you hit them a little bit. Where'd that go? The threads will sometimes loosen up. Just gonna give it a couple little taps. Sometimes that's enough. Let's see if it is. No. Alright, so I'm going to soak that again. Probably going to let it sit for a little while. Alright.